This is going to be Halls of Lightning as a Guardian Druid. Had a bunch of stuff happen in this dungeon. This one was eventful. This was one of the smoother runs that I had here. There was like this weirdly huge variance between like the good runs I had here and the bad runs. Like when it goes well, it goes super well. Sometimes it just goes super bad. I don't know, this place is weird. Alright, Restoration Druid, Guardian Druid. That looks like a monk, I think. And warrior and what kind of shaman? Enhancement? Where is that shaman? Elemental. I saw that. Lightning bolts. Okay. Is that a monk? Well, it can't be a rogue if it's a Tauren, unless it's somebody disguised as... Hold on, that's a warrior. Where's the other one? Yellow energy bar. Okay, no, that's a Volpera. And yeah, I think that's a rogue? Yeah, looks roguey to me. Alright. I never see anybody turn left there. Everybody turns right here. That's just how this place gets routed. You can turn left and end up at the same place eventually, but everybody goes right. And it tends not to be worth it to swim upstream and try to do something that's other than like what everybody else in the Dungeon Finder does. So I'm not going to try and go left just to see what it's like. Might as well go right. So General Bjarngrim is wandering around somewhere here. He is a little bit of a problem sometimes. You can fight him as near the beginning as like right where I'm standing. He will wander into range of that. He has an enormous range on getting his attention. And it's very easy to accidentally do while you're trying to fight things leading up to him. On a lot of my runs, he just sort of snuck up on us and got into combat way too early. We always handled it okay, but it was sometimes pretty dicey. Where is he? He's way up there. Okay, so far away, we'll have plenty of time to take these out. Probably? His walking speed is, like, faster than it looks. I don't know. For a big giant dude with lightning arcing all around him, who, you know, stomps around as he does, he's surprisingly sneaky. So anyway, Guardian Druid. I don't know when was the last time we saw this character. Yeah, look, he's already almost here. My 9 button is Typhoon. I'm probably not going to use it, but it's a thing that can knock... Yeah, okay, so that was pretty good timing there. Right as we finished that pack, he came into range and noticed where we were. Right, yeah, so Typhoon. If I want something that actually knocks everything in melee range back a few yards, I can use that. It's not very often that I want that, because I usually want it directly on me, but it's a button I can use. I can interrupt spellcasts potentially with it, use it to position things, etc. I don't press it very often, but it's useful when it's useful. The rest of this should be pretty familiar. You know, Skull Bash on 6. I'm sure I've shown this character with Skull Bash already. It's an interrupt that moves me to the thing I'm interrupting's location. Is Berserker Stance the one that has the Blade Storm? Yeah, Whirlwind. Okay, so move away from that. I used Bull Rush, High Mountain Tauren Racial to zoom away.
Rush is not stronger.
I got a new staff, but it didn't look better than my heirloom polearm that I'm using. Yeah, I'm using an heirloom. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know. I'll use them when I really need them, and like getting weapons, getting the ideal weapon doesn't happen all that often. So using an heirloom weapon just makes a lot more sense. Yeah, right, okay, so this is the spot where I made some trouble when I ran my Brewmaster through here. I left the Black Ox statue right in, so like I was about here, and I popped it up at somewhere around like this position here. And it did a great job at picking up slag while I was moving through here. But I left it there, and then like a couple of minutes later, less than that, you know, like a minute later, it died from slag beating on it, and those things found their way to us when we were working on some of these dudes up here, and everybody died. It took us all a moment to figure out what had happened. Everybody was cool. We all had a good time. But yeah, I learned something not to do. Because those slags just keep right on coming until we fight Volkan up here. He's the one who's making them happen. I'm probably trying to find a good position here because one of these, I think it's a Blistering Steam Rager, does that and pushes me back. Yeah, so that's what I can do to them with Typhoon, basically. They do it to me. So I don't want to stand like right at the top of the stairs with them on the other side and get pushed all the way down. Nor do I want them to be pushing me into another pack when I'm not ready for it. I was probably ready for it either way, but you know. Have to be aware, when fighting these, you're going to get pushed back very violently, like that. Be ready. Druids and warriors are always cool with stuff like that because, well, not for that one because it doesn't go all that far, but for anything that knocks me like way up in the air and way back, I can just press my charge button and be right back in the fight, not taking any fall damage. Just like completely invalidate all of those mechanics, as long as my charge isn't on cooldown. It's a real good ability. Alright, Volkan. The most interesting thing this guy does is he summons... yeah, he runs to his anvil, creates molten golems. They don't really pay attention to threats in the way that things normally do. I can taunt them for a moment, then they decide to go look at something else. I don't know how their threat table works. So for the most part, I just don't pay attention to them. They slow down and stop completely when their health bar depletes. I've never seen them do a real significant amount of damage. So, you know, I'm not going to work super hard to keep them on me because they just don't want to do it. And he shatters them, and like, if you're near them, you'll take a bunch of damage from them exploding or something. He hasn't... He said all my work undone. That's the quote for shattering, but did it happen? 2 of them went away, the other 2 stayed up. I don't know, the shatter doesn't do that much damage anyway. What am I looking at? I don't know. I decided to check my abilities and talents. Oh, right. I was trying to remember. Okay, so Ursul's Vortex is kind of like the opposite of Ring of Peace. It was a talent that I had once, then I changed it for something else. Or maybe like I have it in Restoration specialization for this character. So it's a thing I can put down in the ground that will ensure that, what was that druid doing? I don't know. Any enemy that is in that area, if they try to move away, will be pulled right back to the center of it. So yeah, opposite of Ring of Peace. Instead of creating a little zone of exclusion where enemies can't enter, it creates an area where they can't exit. And I guess I was looking for it during that fight to handle the Molten Golems, but then realized I had not taken that talent in Guardian form. When I took my Protection Warrior through here, some warlock in the party decided to sprint through this entire hallway and wake up all those statues at once. And then everybody died. Nobody said anything, but it was very silly. There's a lot of potential for things to go wrong if somebody makes mischief or you make a slight wrong move in here. This is a dangerous place. Even on normal, this is one of the more serious dungeons to do. It's kind of fun and I like it. So it turns out after all the statues are woken up and everybody dies to them, they all stack up in the center of the little thing I'm standing in here, like in this archway. So they just waited for us in individual packs there. It's fine coming back through the second time. Just like, you know, if you're gonna sprint through all at once, at the very least you will die. If anybody interacts with you, like the tank or the healer, then everybody's gonna die. Because with fear effects and everything, and you know, those things hit kind of hard as it is. You won't survive that many packs all at once, probably. Unless you are extremely prepared and coordinated. Ionar. This boss is real simple. There is one single mechanic to know about, pretty much. When he disperses, run away. That's it. Stay far away, come back when he undisperses, and you'll be fine. Does this one have a lightning ring? I think I'm thinking of some other... Well, let's pay attention. There might be another time when I want to get away slightly. Fall lightning. Okay, so that is a targeted little shock explosion. It's quick enough that it doesn't look very dodgeable. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't really need to pay special attention to that one. It's just gonna happen, heal through it, etc. So yeah, there's disperse, right around half. I'm gonna run away over this way. Everybody should come over here. Don't interact with the Spark of Ionar. I think they maybe can be individually taunted, but you know, I don't have enough taunts to pick them all up. So everybody just stay away. They don't do anything except go toward you, and if they're near you, you're gonna take a lot of damage. And eventually he reforms. That's all. Yeah, so if you stand in the spark, your health bar is going to drain super quick. They're immune to all damage, so yeah, just stay away. For some reason I used to get real disoriented right in this spot. Like, I could never figure out which way... I always felt like I was supposed to turn left after Ionar. There's a little balcony out there with, like, nothing on it. But no, you turn right. Turn right to get to him, turn right to get past him, then you're in this hallway. Rune Punch. Attack and cast speed reduced by 20%. Okay, not a big deal. Runic Focus is a little more annoying. It's channeled and makes it impossible to move while it's on you. You can still attack, but you can't move your character. So right, this hallway, dangerous? Lots of things can go wrong in here. I'm trying to make sure I get just those two, and not their friends. Because they will patrol around and cause trouble if we don't deal with them now. Yeah, lots can go wrong in here. I mean, all of those things that go wrong just involve pulling too many dudes at once. But this has to be done carefully. And the Stormforge Rune Shaper does a really pretty nasty Bladestorm attack. It can be interrupted though, just with a standard interrupt. So that's definitely worth doing. I forget what Welding Beam does. I don't think it's too big a deal. It might be one of those effects where, like, if you move, you take damage while it's being channeled on you or something like that. But it also can be interrupted. Yeah, Charged Flurry. That's the one you want to be sure doesn't go off. We'll have a pack with 2 Rune Shapers at some point here, I think. I thought it was this one, but apparently not. Interrupt if you can, don't stand in it if you can't. This is the 2 Rune Shaper pack here. There we go, Incapacitating Roar, that works. Interrupt everybody at once. Except the big guy who is not intimidated by my roar. Skull Bash makes such a satisfying sound. Big meaty smack. This healer, who's from a Latin American server, has a Japanese guild name. How strange. So another thing, easy to be caught off guard. These dudes really, really serious? Am I really going to go for the Stormforged Construct at the same time? I should not. So these are best done on their own. Yeah, so everybody's health bar dropped by half, and then a little bit more. So those are going to, like, completely wreck your day if you're not ready for them. Stormforged Giants will destroy everything in their path. More than once I've seen people wipe right in this spot. You only have to fight one of them. I don't think... does that dude ever move close enough to be in range? Probably right now. No, okay. So Druid got by in Tree of Life form. He knew when to do his thing. Or maybe was just reacting to the heavy incoming damage. One or the other, you know. Alright, so Loken. Kinda heavy damage, not too bad mechanically. Stay close when he's not lightninging. Right, Pulsing Shockwave or Aura. Damage increases the greater distance from Loken. So you want to be close for his damage during when he's just like stomping on me here. There's some lightning damage going on here, but you gotta get away from Lightning Nova. Don't stand in that, or that will happen to you. Everybody except me took it. We gonna lose our Druid? Yep, we did. Can I rebirth? I can. There we go. Well, Shaman's gone. Oh right, and reincarnated and then died again right away. Aww. But like if you just do the in-out dance for the Lightning Nova, this is no problem. You just have to know. Stay close until the Lightning Novas, run away when you know. Okay, and the other Druid was able to use Rebirth on the Shaman. So everybody ended that fight alive and here, so that was nice. We used 2 Battle Resurrections for Loken on normal mode. That's kind of funny. But yeah, just goes to show, this place is kind of serious. Hey look, I get my level 75 talent row. Isn't that nice? Alright, see you next time.